Thank you for attending this introduction to Cloud Based EDI by GCommerce. The first thing we'd like to do is provide a definition of EDI. EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange, is basically an application-to-application exchange of documents in electronic format. Buyers send purchase orders to their sellers. The sellers then send return documents such as purchase order acknowledgments, advance ship notices, and invoices to their buyers. And by creating this electronic information flow, it helps eliminate errors, delays, and paper handling, as well as it helps automate manual processes that are currently associated with the order cycle. Some common documents that are usually exchanged with EDI by trading partners are the purchase order, the functional acknowledgement, the advance ship notice, and the invoice. And you'll also notice that there are numbers associated with the documents. Those are ANSI standard numbers, and you'll often hear an EDI document referred to by its number, and you may also hear it referred to by its name, but generally in EDI circles you'll hear it referred to by the number. Some common benefits of the purchase order: increases accuracy, provides faster turnaround, it helps eliminate manual entry on the supplier side of receiving a fax and having to enter that into their system, and it decreases returns because the order is more accurate. The functional acknowledgement provides a receipt to the buyer that the manufacturer's system received the order, so they know that order was received and entered into their system. The advance ship notice is basically an electronic packing slip that's sent to the customer when the order is shipped, and it provides advanced visibility of what product is in transit. It also helps eliminate the key punching of those shipments into the customer system to update their inventory. And the invoice is one of the key documents because from a supplier standpoint, it eliminates the paper and postage associated with paper invoices, and it provides them faster receipt of payments because it eliminates the manual reconciliation by the customer of matching what was ordered, what was received, and what's being billed. That's called the electronic three-way match, where your system has the purchase order, it has the ASN, and it has the invoice so that it can match for you, eliminating the manual reconciliation of what was ordered versus what was received versus what was invoiced. By getting the invoice electronically, it helps also eliminate the key punching into the accounts payable system. Most distributors have to have somebody key punch each invoice into their accounts payable system in order to set it up for payment. By getting that invoice electronically, it eliminates that step. So how do those benefits translate to efficiencies in a distributor's business? Well, let's take a look at one example of receiving an order. With a traditional order, one that's phoned or faxed in, you don't get any information on that order until it's checked in, or you run out of inventory in worst case, indicating that the manufacturer never received the order or never entered the order. It's checked in on a paper packing slip, and depending on the size of the order, size of the distributor, that could take 1 or 2 people. Once that's done, the packing slip is sent to the office and it's manually entered into the system to update the inventory. You wait for the invoice to come in the mail, generally a week later, and then there's a manual three-way match process where somebody matches the purchase order, the packing slip, and the invoice to make sure that what was ordered, what was received, and what's being shipped or what's being billed all match: part number, quantity, price. And generally, again, depending on the size of the distributor, size of the order, could take 1 or 2 people to do that. That invoice is then key punched into the accounts payable system. Those that are approved get sent for payment, and then the exceptions are handled, and again, 1 or 2 people. So usually you're looking at 4 to 8 people involved with a phone or fax type order. With EDI, you get an acknowledgement of that order when it's received by the supplier system. You get the ASN and the invoice when the order is shipped, so that updates your business system. When the order is received, you can scan it in or check it in against the ASN. It eliminates the need to manually update the system inventory, and it eliminates the need for the automatic three-way match or the manual three-way match, because your system has those documents, can do that match for you. Those that are approved are automatically sent to accounts payable, no human intervention, and the exceptions are marked for review. So you're looking at 2 to 4 people involved with an EDI type order versus 4 to 8 people if you're doing it the old manual phone fax method. A little bit about GCommerce. We were founded in 2000. We're a software as a service company, which means there's no hardware or software to purchase, install, or maintain. We focus on the wholesale distribution industry, and by that, where there's multiple channels of distribution, multiple chains in the distribution channel. Primarily, there's a manufacturer, there's a wholesaler, and a retailer or end user at the minimum. Our core business is the automotive aftermarket, and that's where most of our customers are. Here's a sampling of some of our larger customers. We also have many customers in the performance aftermarket or SEMA industry. We have a lot of customers in tools and equipment, paint bodying equipment, which is basically the collision industry, and we also develop partnerships with many of the primary business partners in the industries in which we participate. We have over 900 suppliers in our network today, and this is just a sampling of some of the industrial suppliers that we deal with. We also have many of the NetPlus Alliance suppliers are current GCommerce customers, and here's a listing of those. But this program is not limited to only the NetPlus Alliance vendors. We will help connect you to all of your vendors, not just those that are NetPlus Alliance suppliers. Some of the value that we provide over current EDI methods: we have a proven turnkey process that helps drive vendor adoption. When you decide to sign up, you'll send us a list of your vendors, and we'll create a communication to those vendors that is sent out to those vendors announcing your EDI program. Once that communication is sent out, GCommerce sales group will contact those vendors, help educate them, get them signed up for the connection. And once they sign up for the connection, we'll help track the status of each vendor and report it back to you. Also, those that are resistant, we'll note that as well and look to you for guidance on how to handle those vendors that are resistant. Once a vendor is signed up, our implementation staff will begin working with you and the vendors, and we'll help determine an appropriate EDI standard. We'll establish a communication link, we'll define the data elements, we'll schedule and monitor testing and go live, and then we'll track the implementation status of each document for each vendor and report that to you as well. So really what we do is we become an extension of your organization so that you don't have to handle all the heavy lifting associated with making an EDI connection. GCommerce does that for you. We're also flexible, and we integrate with any current EDI infrastructures. So if you're currently doing EDI, there's no need to redirect those current EDI connections. However, because of the turnkey process, many distributors and vendors at some point decide to move all their EDI connections to GCommerce. We also allow the ability to connect trading partners that are not connecting to you electronically today. Because of our software as a service model, many small and medium-sized businesses are now able to do EDI, as in the past EDI has been primarily a big supplier to a big vendor solution because of the costs and resources required. There's simple requirements to become EDI capability with GCommerce. Basically a connection to the internet. It's primarily FTP is the most common, but we also support AS2, secure FTP. And then have your system be capable of importing and exporting a structured file. We're a low-cost solution. Overall cost is 50 to 80% lower than traditional EDI because you can eliminate the need for the van, any translation hardware or software. We can implement 3 times faster than traditional van-based EDI because we have a proven process. You don't need a van, you don't need a translator, you don't need to hire specialized EDI staff in order to do EDI because we become that staff for you. And it's real-time connectivity. A lot of EDI solutions are batch processes where the orders are bundled and sent every hour. With GCommerce, it's real-time. The order is sent, translated on the fly, and sent to the trading partner. We also have a super spec which contains all the specifications required for a particular industry, and we will donate that to the industrial associations within the industry so that it can be used by anyone. It becomes an industry-owned document so that even GCommerce competitors can use this document to help create efficiency. So GCommerce provides a tremendous amount of value to the vendors. Thank you for attending. I hope you attend the full version of this webinar that we have scheduled on an ongoing basis. If you have any questions, my contact information is here. Please feel free to give me a call. Thank you very much.